tripping on this one. EJ305. Welcome. Yeah, it's gonna get heavy. I wonder if I could pull up the case file, because I got the case notes on here too, based off of what the police said and everything else. It's bananas, man. The way that they looked at it, I mean, the way they're reporting it, especially like these, I guess, YouTubers, bloggers, and stuff like that, it's tragic. Oh, you want to come up? Okay, I got you. Come on up, man.
You and Mo need to get together. She does sports talk. That'd be lit for both of y'all.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she does sports talk every Tuesday. She does sports talk in the morning. She's lit, bro. She knows her shit too. Y'all shit. That's why I'm trying to get you to come back outside. I know you've been getting all that good sex in the house and shit, buying gifts and rings.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Every bill in the house, but listen, man, you gotta take some time to come back out. This is your investment now. You know what I'm saying? This is you. I don't usually work.
Yeah, I got you. I've been having a bunch of personal stuff going on. Not that.
No, we all do. Just check in with us. Just say, hey, listen, man, I'm fucked up back here, but I see y'all having fun out there. Here I come. We about to start wilding in here, bro.
Yeah.
We about to hit challenges. The challenge is a big thing for us. You know what I'm saying? So we need everybody active.
Oh,
so you will feel it. But Mo is definitely the person to talk about with Carmelo Anthony and everybody else. She's a tomboy girl that knows her shit.
Yeah. Well, not that Carmelo Anthony. I was talking about the Carmelo Anthony in Frisco. You know, the kid that, you know, the stabbing thing that happened. That one, not the basketball player.
Yeah. Oh, still in all, if you know your sports shit, you'll be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't mind.
But yeah, what happened over there?
So in Frisco, I think this happened like April 2nd. So apparently there was a high school track meet. You know, there was an altercation. A couple of white kids jumped on this black kid. Black kid stabbed one of them, and I gotta be careful what I say, because last time I was trying to talk about this, I got banned, so I'm trying to pick my words carefully on this one. So, so
get banned reporting some shit.
Yeah. So what happened is that, like, you know, there's all this media attention about it. There's a bunch of crazy stuff going on, especially like they essentially what they typically do in the media. They try to railroad the black kid, call him a thug, everything else, but you know they're not looking. It's not so. All of a sudden, it can't be self-defense like it was with George Zimmerman when he picked up a whole teenager, grown man, with knowing he had a gun, came up on a teenager, but that's somehow self-defense. He was protecting himself. But all of a sudden,
I thought they killed him. I think he died though. Did he die? Did they kill him in jail or some shit? Or just parents shit?
No, he's still alive and well, man. I don't know about well. I heard some other stuff going on with him, but
they talking about the one that killed what's the name, right? That killed Floyd.
Is it? I thought they were trying to release him. Like, I think Ben Shapiro said something about trying to get him out of here. So I think
no, he's not there.
Oh no,
he's not getting out of there.
Oh, he's definitely not. But he tried to petition Trump to, drop the federal charges. And
he tried to go white America, and it didn't work.
No, it did not. It really didn't. So yeah, it
didn't work. Like, I fuck with the black people, man. That's fucked up. You did that. Fuck out of here. Don't fucking write me with that stupid shit. Hey, give him some more time.
Yeah.
The fuck off, man.
Nah, you right. He definitely needs to be in there forever. But you know, I forgot how much time he got.
They fucking him up in there, though. I heard. Tear his ass up.
100%. I'm surprised they let him letting him in the gym pop instead of just keeping him in protective custody, whatever they keep him in, because he's a former cop and all.
They don't care about that shit, bro. They want to shoot fights and ass whooping.
Yeah, pretty much. Dang. Yeah, man. So I know I've been out for like a few weeks, man. I ain't mean to be out like that, but I tried to get.
Oh, good, bro. Just check in.
Yeah, I know. I got my setup going again. I went ahead and got a new system.
I sent Innocent your way. I said, Innocent, go get him.
I'm surprised I didn't get cussed out on the on the messages and stuff like the DMs and stuff, because I know I've been gone for like a good
no, we don't do shit like that. No. We grown over here. Just check in. Yo, I'm alright. I'm doing fine. I'm just do some shit in the back.
Yeah.
So we won't drop the bash if we don't know what's going on. That's all.
No, I get it. I still apologize for like not saying nothing. I know for disappearing on people like that, but I come back all of a sudden. It's weird like that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool though. You know, it's good when you do it though. But when you do it, do your hours, 15 days, get your money, and then you can disappear. I mean, it's just easy shit.
Yeah.
Especially if you on late night. Like you on with the people that don't interact with the family. You get it? So everybody that's on late night, they don't fuck with us.
Right.
Not like that. They know who we are. We have a big family meeting. They come, but they just be on the late night, and that's fine. Just check in sometime. That's all.
No, I will. I'm gonna get better about that. That's for sure. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody here is already set up in 2K premiums and shit. So basically, you are the only one that's not doing it. So when you're ready for that, let me know. But this month, you might not get. You know, like say somebody give you somebody throw you 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 beans. The hours you need to get right now, it's like you still can do 10 hours real quick and get like a 3K tier, and that's $25. But next month, before the month start, we're gonna be signing people up for PKs. You're the only one that's not in them. So once you get in them, you'll be in the system with everybody doing.
Don't compromise
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let me know when you're ready to jump into those. We're gonna be signing everybody up. You know what I'm saying? To be in them shits. And you'll have a partner to switch your money out with. So you don't gotta worry about that. Right. But everybody's here making, like Mo Mellon, she already on 50,000 diamonds this month. And last month she hit 30K, you know, just the first time. And now she at 500. Now, you know what I mean? She might go to 750 or whatever she's trying to go to next. But she only been 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure you good too. That's why you still here.
Yeah.
I think she myself.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Right here. You good though? I feel like you're gonna be good, bro. I feel like you're gonna be good. That's why you still around me. It's only me, you, and Blazer and the family as dudes. Like there's nobody else over here but us, and that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. The girls are cashy, bro. The less niggas we got over here, the more money for us. You feel?
I ain't even think about it that way. That's facts though. I know girls be killing it on Bigo.
They kill, bro. I trained them myself. Of course, they killing them on Bigo. They cashy as hell around me. So if you activate yourself and they like, oh, Solo be coming through, they ain't gotta worry about no more niggas because we only got 3. Me, you, and Blazer. Right. And Looney, he don't come up here like he's supposed to. But at the end of the day, I kicked Breezy out of here. He was a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Starting trouble in the ass and shit, just riding around being a girl. Right. So I kicked this bitch ass out of here. So, you know, it's just us. With all these ladies with all this money. So, let me know. I'll be out by myself. Get all the beans. Get all the diamonds. Like, motherfuckers don't want to come outside and get none of this? All right. They throwing 10K. That's $200, bro. $200. They tell somebody throw you $200. That shit feels good. Because you know you're going up in your rank. You'll be all right, though. I think you'll be fine. I would have been kicked your ass.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised I was like, I'm still in here. I'm kidding.
You still in here, nigga? Yeah. You okay? We say family. Yeah. That don't mean, I mean, you, like I say after next month, I'm like, all right, come on, man. I reached out, you ain't talking back. Now I see you talking in the chat. I'm like, oh, all right, he's still around. Let's go.
Yeah. Like I was trying to get my setup going. I wasn't happy about how I was looking and stuff. And I was like, I need to go ahead and get back to the lab and get my stuff together. Other stuff happens.
Spend enough money out there.
I gotta
spend enough money out there.
Yeah, I gotta step up.
You'll be I think once you really get it and you get the hang of it, bro, you'll have the late night on Smash. But don't nobody got the late night on Smash. Not no podcast. Hell no. Man, you talking about actual shit. So when you're doing this right here, you can match out with people. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the little PK button and talk to people and kick it, and you know people will fuck with you, yo. You just build your shit up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't just you here talking to, you know, what you've been talking to. They're not gonna come in. You gotta match. You gotta match. Matching is very easy. You put it on the United States. You put it on men and women, and you put it on single live or you put it on multi live. Because you can talk downstairs or you can talk upstairs. You know what I'm saying? That's how you meet your pins. And you'll start seeing people coming in, you know, throwing shit at you because now they got a late night motherfucker that's really knowing what he's talking about. And then the late gonna start coming to you. Especially this winter. If you do your shit now, practice and get your shit good, this winter you're gonna be lit.
Yeah. That's the
Because
goal.
they're looking for somewhere to cozy up on. You know what I'm saying? Cozy up on the panels and talk like, hey, so. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so. And then if you freaking in your real life, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing up here. Shit.
Right.
People run up here when they broke. Welcome back. Welcome back, motherfucker. That's how to get lit.
Right.
It's all good, though. Welcome back, you know.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I'm gonna
appreciate
get the man a chance. You know, get a man a chance. You know, because everybody like, yo, we go through the files every month. Like, yo, what's up with this nigga? Like, yo, he coming, he just probably going through shit. Not everybody, yo, he popping.
Yeah.
Damn, if you ain't popping in chat today, go right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to catch y'all when I could, but man, I'm glad to be back. I'm ready to rock it now. I think I've got my setup, so yeah, it's gonna be good. I got my topics down. It's gonna be good.
Yep. I think you should push it a little bit more towards. Can you come a little bit earlier? Like, I mean, this is cool, but maybe this would be a recap of what you talked about earlier. If you came out like, say,
let me ask you. So you think what's the best time to come in? You think like 7, 8, 9, something like that?
Right there on point is like 9ish, like 9, like 8, 9, like 9. Because 8 o'clock you gotta look at it. People still putting their kids in the bed, about to go to sleep. Podcast sound cool. If you ease on about 30, 10 o'clock, you'll catch every crowd out here. And that's when everybody come outside and sit on the porch.
Right.
If you could. You can be cool, but I think 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 is when you really will catch people.
Yeah.
More people. Then around this time, you'll be like, yeah, man, we had a great night tonight. Yeah, I'm about to get up off of here. I did my hour. You know what I'm saying? Now you're getting off. Unless you just want to be up to catch the late night.
Nah, that makes
But you
sense.
could be 10 to 6. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick what your battles are.
Right.
Figure out who and who's outside. Because I know if you outside, we're going to pull up on your panel too. Like, yo, what up? We still up. You know what I'm saying? Let's throw some treasure boxes around. All right, go play some dice. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got a lot of beautiful women over here, and they all cashy as fuck, bro. Get into the system, and let's feel that energy. I'm telling you. They've been saying, like, yo, man, we need some more dudes over here so we can go back and forth with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I know. Soul in here somewhere. Go get them. Shit. The fuck?
My DMs are open. They could have pinged me. I would have answered.
I mean, listen, I'm telling them, like, look, man, you know, y'all gotta check. I'm not just the only motherfucker over here. Y'all gotta check on people, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be hanging in their closet right now on the last breath, and the phone go, bling, what you doing?
Not the closet.
I
got you. Nah, ain't that bad.
Like, you know what? It ain't that motherfucking bad. Hey, y'all. You know, there you go. Bring your ass back outside, nigga.
Yeah.
So, it ain't money. It's about you learning the app and getting used to it so you could make your money. That's all.
Nah, yeah, that's the main bit. Just learning the app and figuring out where my lane is, coming in on the time that I know it's gonna work.
Girls are teachers too, you know, especially the money part. Especially you, I know you be looking at the chat. Everybody got 2K, 3K, 5K. This shit pumping over here. They like the block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you hear that type of change, that's $60. That's $100. That's $160 going out. That's all that money coming in going out.
Right.
And that's only us. So we got 20-something people in here. We about to hit a high rank on Bigo.
Damn.
20-something, 28 about to hit a high rank on Bigo. Like, we about to be challenging. That's like the best thing you ever do at a low ranked family with a bunch of small people. People look at that shit as power. Like, he got power over here. Like 20 people, they don't challenge. So that's it though. I don't know. So let me know when you're ready to recharge, and I'll show you the pay charts and shit, and you know, all that good shit where, you know, you don't gotta put a lot, you just put enough to fill the energy, and you see if you want to keep doing it, or you just want to go organic. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of want to do the organically because I'd rather know who's in and who's not in and all this other stuff. But I mean, it might be time for me to actually just do what I need to do. But I'm gonna re-up. I want to do the whole re-up either this week or next week. Figure out what that's
Let me know because only the chart, like, say, what's happening is, right, if you come outside and say you want to do the premiums with us, it'll be $40 a day. You know what I'm saying? So that $40 a day, you might be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do 15 days. That's $500. All right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at that shit as every $40 you throw, Like say me and you go back and forth. Like, all right, I'm gonna throw you 40, you throw me 40. All right, cool. Bigo gonna give us 3,500 diamonds right there on the spot. You know what I'm saying? So now you got the 20, you got the 40K, the 40 diamonds sitting in there. You got the 2,000 diamonds sitting there, which is $40, right? Then Bigo gives you 1,500 diamonds. Now you got 35. Now you can go for your day, do what you gotta do, come out at 9 o'clock, catch your crowd, you know, get your beans and shit, throw some treasure boxes. Then the next day, do the same thing. Throw your 40 beans, throw your $40, boom, you rebate. Every day is about rebates. And it pushes you up faster, way faster. You be like, I ain't gotta recharge no more. Well, that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Use Bigo beans. And you hit $2,000, you take $500 back. Shit, whatever. Put $200 just to feel the energy of it. But $200 is 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 5 days. So you gotta count 35 times 5 because you're already, you know what I'm saying? That's what you know, keep going. I'll show you, bro. Just stay around. This shit ain't even hard. It sounds like, oh, what the fuck? But no, trust me. Mo Mellons came in and understood this time and jumped right into the system. Now, organic is yours once you do your business. You want to, because you don't want nobody to, you don't want to feel like it's taking too long, and then you get discouraged because ain't nobody in here, ain't nobody pulling up on my panel, ain't nobody talking to me. You know what I mean? So you like, well, I did my business this morning.
I think I'm not too worried about like having a bunch of people in here talking to me and stuff like that. I think my main point of focus is just having get my format down, getting comfortable where I can like command a show all by myself. I can talk for like a couple hours if I wanted to. And whether people talking or not, you know, get the views up. If people want to chime in, they can chime in.
Try a panel too, though. Try a panel. You know what I'm saying? The panel, you probably can get more views in that panel because people want to sit down and talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So try a 6 panel next. You know, shit. People know both sides and see where you're comfortable at. Because this could be it right here, but the panel could be your motherfucking mind, your goal. I'll show you how to lock the boxes, you know, mute people, you know, bring people up. People want to talk to you, bro. They want to come up. So that gives us opportunity to come in and sit with you, talk to you, get your shit together, you know what I'm saying? But whenever you get a chance, let us know. We'll share the live and get up in there.
Okay. I'm going to try to get on earlier than what I've been doing, probably like 9 o'clock or something like that. I'm going to try that out.
Yeah, I mean, because we'll still be outside, you know what I'm saying? And most of us still, you know, just getting on or whatever. Especially if you gotta do hours, that's the easiest part right there, because we all be live.
Right.
Plus, I want to have a male, you know, cigar panel. Niggas come chill with G-Paul, you know what I'm saying? Smoke some cigars or, you know?
That's what's up.
All the shit that I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Just call it Just the Fellas. That shit would be dope.
Yeah, it would be.
No arguing, no laughing, no people be fighting on the app. You know what I'm saying? No, Just the Fellas. That'd be a nice little sitcom.
Yeah, man. Wouldn't mind me talking to a bunch of guys about guy stuff and just vibing out.
Yeah, the girls sit there gifting us, you know, listening to us talk like grown men. You know, shit like that makes girls want to fuck with y'all. Like, yo, these grown men in here, damn.
Right.
They ain't yelling, they ain't fighting, they ain't each other, they talking about real shit in here. And that's where your crowd kick in right there. Well, I'm gonna get that tired, man. I'm gonna give me some fucking sleep, man.
I don't blame you. You on the East Coast too? It's 1 o'clock over there. Almost 1:30.
I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning, man. I go to school for some shit, so you know, it's just what it is.
Thank you, sweetie.
I'm trying to just
Alright.
I'm gonna be out here, man. You know, I'm gonna just share the live, show everybody you outside again, you know what I'm saying? Whoever up might pull up in here. But 9 out of 10, everybody that did their hours in the morning time already, so they done.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm close to it, you don't see everybody. I'm here, bro. I'm gonna still be in here, bro. I'm gonna be in the comments. I'm tired as hell.
Yeah, okay. That's what's up.
Gotcha.
All right, bro.
Afraid of the dark. No one to talk
That's great. All right, cool, man. Yes, I've been gone for like 3 weeks.
My mind going
Yeah,
to
I'm
dark
actually
places.
surprised that I'm still in the fan because, you know, I know people want you to participate. People want you to be in there live and direct and stuff like that. And, you know, I appreciate not getting booted. You know, I would have completely understood if I was. I'm glad I got a cool fan like this that was gonna rock with me, and, you know, work with me and stuff like that. So I think I'm good. I got 81 people in here. I don't know how many of y'all are bots, but you know, yeah, that's what's up. But I'm also on YouTube. I'm also in Twitch, Kick, and I got my fan in Vigo, so I think I'm good. Yes, car thief. I know y'all got me, so yeah. So we gonna bring it up. Yeah. So okay. So for those of you guys that have been sleeping on a rock, you guys don't know what's been going on in Frisco, Texas. I think this made national news. This happened back in April 2nd. So this is 2 weeks ago. This is why I was on my little hiatus. I didn't want to talk too much about it until I actually got factual information about what was going on. But then I was like, hey, let me check everybody's pulse about this case. What's going on? What's the mainstream media saying about it? What are the streamers saying about it? Things of that nature. I gotta be honest with y'all, I'm kind of disgusted with it. I don't like it, and here's why. For one, it's the same play that all media cats do when it comes down to black folks and criminal activity. The first thing they tried to do with this guy was throw him under the bus, call him a thug, saying he's a hood, and everything else. It's like the same playbook. Now, you would think that this was something that only mainstream media would do, like Fox News, CNN, or somebody along those lines would be doing that. Just like put a black kid's face on there and straight up be like, oh, this guy's this guy's this, this guy's that. And, you know, that the bloggers and things like that, they would actually look at the case and figure out what's going on with it. Now, I'm not going to tell you that, like, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not too keen on laws about, like, what's the difference between premeditated or capital I gotta choose my word carefully because I know if I say certain key words, I'll get kicked or whatever. But like what's the difference? What's the level of degrees of the M word? Like, how's that work? I'm not an expert. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. But here's what I do know. The way that people are going about it is just straight up crazy, because when we saw the same thing with George Zimmer, we saw the same thing with invite you to lead to another PK. I'm not doing a PK right now, sorry. Not now. They got one of them coming out of there. Good job. Alright, let's see. Alright, why not? What's up? Hey, what's going on?
What's good? Man, I'm chilling. What you got going?
Nothing. I'm just talking about the Carmelo Anthony case.
You talking about what?
Carmelo Anthony. It's something that happened in Frisco, Texas. So what you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while either.
You going that's the fucking PK?
Oh yeah.
I know. I don't be consistent no more like that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. Because I've been thinking like the same time, like I was like, oh man, because I remember you been super consistent, man, online all the time. And I thought I was missing out. So what you been up to?
I know.
What you been up to?
I mean, like, I'll be on here for my hours. I just don't be like how it was my first month. I was always consistent.
Right.
Like all day, every fucking day. Now I'm not like that. I just be chilling. Come on for my hours. That's about it.
Oh yeah, I haven't even been doing that much, to be honest with you. I've been multi-streaming. I've been trying to pick up on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. So that's been my main goal.
How you been doing on YouTube?
It's getting better. I got a couple more subscribers and stuff like that. So it's a really slow process.
Look good, though. I got you. But yeah, no, I don't know. The app is just very drama-like and shit.
Yeah, I've noticed that about Bigo. Now, sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes it's not. But it is very draining to have all want drama all
People
the
love to
time.
just be fucking messy and think that they know everything.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm already know I'm gonna get smoked in this PK because I'm not very good at PKs. I already told you. But yeah.
Don't be doubting yourself though, because you could have somebody just come through and get hella on you. Look,
Oh wow, see?
Look.
Oh wow.
Look.
Look at
you
Oh.
doubting yourself. You got people.
but that's my homeboy though. He's the one car thief, that's part of my fam. He the one supposed to be. Thanks, car. Thanks,
You
car
can't doubt
thief.
yourself because they gonna always come through and they gonna guess without you even knowing, like without you even thinking.
Yeah, that's true. And you know,
Look, you going crazy right now.
I'm never gonna doubt myself or anything like that. But you know, what I've been trying to figure out is like, what's my space in Vigo? Because I want to talk about certain stuff. I want to be meaningful in my discussions and things like that. And you know, I'm not sure if you know people are up for those kind of discussions here versus in other spaces and things like that. So.
Oh yeah. So when it comes to Vigo, like you just gotta feel the vibes out of like the people that come through.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? What's good Hollywood? There's some discussions that you talk about other people may not like and they may not agree with, and everybody's gonna have opinions at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But just try to talk about certain shit that you know ain't gonna get under people's skin.
Oh yeah,
And,
that's what the Carmela Anthony thing was about. Because I know, like, I've been checking it out. I don't know if you know what happened. Do you know? Okay, so pretty much what happened was in Frisco, Texas. It was at a track meet. Two kids got into a fight. One of them pulled out a knife, stabbed him. Like what happened was that two white kids like kind of got into it with this one black kid. Black kid stabbed him. And, you know, took him out. So it's kind of like the reverse of the George Floyd thing, the George Zimmerman thing, and things like that. And I was just trying to get my take on that whole thing about how when the roles are flips, now it's about this guy's this. It's not. They don't want to wait, look at the evidence or anything like that. It's just like automatic. Throw him away, lock him up, not even look at anything. So that was my whole thing. And I know a lot of people disagree with that. I mean, essentially, they said like this kid shouldn't have brought a knife to this track meet. But then again, it's like if somebody like he's not an overly big kid, and he had like he had a group of people coming at him. So who's to say it wasn't self-defense? So that was my whole take on
I
it.
think it was self-defense.
Yeah, I think it was too.
I mean, if it's one person against a group of people attacking you,
especially for what the reason was, they were like, "No, he's not. It's raining. Like a few people were underneath this tent, and they tried to get him to leave the tent." And I'm like, "Okay, why put your hands on him?" And he's telling you, "He's like, hey, don't mess with me, don't touch me, da 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 da," and then you do it anyway, right? So it's crazy. But yeah, you need to be on here more often. I'm trying to figure out like why.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guilty as hell too for not
I'm
being
in
on here.
slacking. My numbers are going down. My supporters are going down. Everything's going down.
Yeah, and it's like a constant thing, right? You gotta be completely consistent.
Yeah. See, look, you won.
Nah. Okay, I'll take the W. We all know who the real winners are. The real winners are the fans here. Besides, I'll probably win 1 out of 1,000,000, I guess. So I'll just say it that way.
Alright, I'm gonna disconnect and I'm gonna rewind you so we don't gotta wait 2 minutes.
Alright, cool. Alright, he said, what you doing, gang? I'm not doing anything. Alright.
Hands up.
So yeah. Alright. I had this other talk. Well, we could do a relationship talk this.
And I I'm talking about too much on here. I just like, I don't know. I be asking people how my day is, day-to-day shit like that. I don't really get into too much discussions with certain shit. Like, only because I know how certain people have opinions on shit. So I just mainly be chilling, vibing.
That's good too. Like, I don't know if I don't want to be a shock jock or anything like that. Well, kind of, maybe a little bit, but I mean, I got all sorts of relationship topics too. One of them is, what makes you marriage material? If you feel like you're marriage material.
What makes me marriage material?
Yeah. Do you feel like you're marriage material first off?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What makes you marriage material?
I cook, I clean, I know how to love, like shit like that. I have good communication skills. I'm very understanding. Shit like that. Like, I feel like as a wife, it's like the same thing you would be as in a relationship, just a little bit more like advanced into it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, my opinion on marriage is it's just a ring.
Right.
Like, if you love somebody, you're gonna be committed to them regardless if you're married or not. You feel me? So like, when it comes to marriage, I think it's like stuck in people's mindsets where marriage is like, oh, you have to be married to be committed to that person, which is not true. Like, if you real life love somebody, you're gonna be committed to them regardless.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
Your flowers on that one. That was a good answer.
So like,
yeah. So I mean,
but me, marriage material, like I think I got a lot of like flaws and shit, or like shit that like people need in marriage, and that's good communication, good understanding, like shit like that. Like, it's good to have communication, but a lot of people don't understand what you're communicating to them. You feel me? So like,
right.
You could tell somebody something, but are they gonna fully understand what you're saying to them, or are they just gonna hear you but like move on like from what you're saying?
Right.
You feel me?
I get you. I mean, I think a key factor to a marriage, and the main thing is that like if you have both people that just listen to each other, you're not trying to get out whatever you're trying to say.
Yeah.
You're trying to hear out what the other person, like checking their pulse and things like that. That's one key factor. And so communication is definitely key, like because like pretty soon that honeymoon period is gonna fade out, and it's just gonna be you two building a life together. So what does that look like? And I always tell people this, like, hey, you want to get married, so what don't you like about the person that you want to marry? Not what you love about them, but what you don't like about them, and can you live with that? Because not everybody's perfect. You don't like everything about
yeah, not for sure. I mean, everybody has flaws in their own way.
Right.
So you like people, not everybody's perfect. They're always gonna have flaws. So like, could you live with those flaws? Could you help change their flaws? Could they change their flaws? Like shit like that.
Right.
Also too, I was watching this show, and there was this thing when it came out of marriage. What's good, Chrissy Bacon? And it was like a prenup, right? So, what do you feel about prenup in marriages? Like, do you think that is like a good thing to do if you're married? Thank you.
I think.
Do you know what a prenup is?
Yeah, I know what a prenup is. Yeah, I think prenups are good. If people have something to lose, they should definitely get a prenup. Now, but if you just starting out and y'all are like 18, 19 years old and neither one of y'all have any assets, that's like a waste of time. And also what you have to think about is like, technically prenups exist already. As soon as you get married, if you in fact do get a divorce, the government already has a prenup for you. That's what the marriage laws currently are. It's just a prenuptial agreement, except the state already has it lined out for you. Like, I think a prenup is a good idea because you two, your husband, wife, can come together while y'all are in a good place and figure out what y'all gonna do if y'all break up. So instead of letting the government control it, you two control it. So, for example, there might be something in place that has that's more beneficial to either person that wouldn't be inside of a government contract. So I think it's a good thing, really, just so you guys have more
I
control
think a
of the
prenup is a good
situation.
thing too. But a lot of people have like thoughts on prenups because they say like, well, if you do a prenup, it's like you having doubts that y'all aren't gonna last, which I don't think that's true at all.
No, I don't think
I
it
mean,
is
shit
either.
happens.
Yeah, it's like having
Like,
car insurance.
People
Anything
make
else.
mistakes and shit, and some people get cheated on in marriages. Some fucked up shit happens, you know, people change.
Right.
Love you too. So like, I feel like if I was to do a prenup, it's not necessarily like me saying, oh, I know we're not gonna last, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Mhm.
I think it's gonna more like be like, okay, like I want to be with you, like I'm committed to you, but do I know like I don't necessarily know what's gonna happen in the future.
Right.
So just to be sure, let's sign this, let's do this, just in case.
Right.
Also too, in marriage, I feel like, I mean, even in a relationship, like if you're going on to with somebody, I would say like, I have my own bank account, you have your own bank account, and then we have a sharing account. So,
Oh
like,
yeah.
we share an account, and then
This
I
is
have,
hemp seed.
you feel me? So like we both
Be
have our
careful how
own,
you
and then
use
we
it.
also have one together, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. So
I mean-
I think it's like you should have your own separate bank account. Both parties should have their own separate bank accounts, and the money that you two put together, that's for the house. Whether it's like for investments, getting a home, or vacationing, whatever like that. Whatever y'all putting in together, working together, y'all have that. But and both parties should be putting into that. It shouldn't be just one person. So that's your shared account, and that's what you guys are like, you know, using to either take care of bills or whatever you guys decide to do, but y'all are doing it together. That's the most important part. And whatever percentage it is, you know, whatever y'all decide on, you know, yeah, good idea. I think that's definitely a must. Three bank accounts,
Yeah.
separate, and then one that's together.
Another thing I think too in relationships is a must. If you're going to live with somebody, you always make sure you have your own house, your own car, your own everything.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed. And a lot of people they be so head over heels about somebody that they will go and live with them and move in with them but not have their own shit. And if some shit was to happen, the person you're living with kicks you out. Like, where are you gonna go?
Long ago,
Like, you're gonna be
when
in
these
a different
ancient Greeks and
situation.
temples were
So I
new,
always feel like
hemp was already old in the
have
service
your
of
own
mankind.
before you like be fully committed to anything like going to move with somebody and shit like that.
Yeah, the same thing.
For the
That's
sailor,
what
no less
my
than the
sister was
hangman,
in that same
hemp was
situation. Like,
indispensable.
so the thing is that a lot of people don't realize is that if you get married, whatever assets that you had before you got married still is always going to belong to that person. So if one person had a house before the marriage, if y'all break up and get a divorce, that person still is going to own that house. So in my sister's situation, both spouses, well, she had her house, her now ex-husband had his own house. And then, you know, some money stuff happened where he wanted her to sign some paperwork so she could be attached to his house, but she didn't want to do that because then she's financially responsible for whatever he got going on. So that was an issue. So yeah, money, finances, how people operate, things like that, that's always going to be first and foremost in any relationship, because like you might be spiritually connected to somebody, and I'll give you a tip. A lot of men will use spirituality in place of having money. A lot of men will do that. They'll like, oh, I'm religious and this and that, but they ain't got
Soil
much
that will
going
grow
on
good
in their
corn
pockets or
will
whatever.
usually grow hemp.
I've seen that countless times. So knowing how people operate financially is very important. And if they're not financially responsible, you probably don't want to marry, because that's going to put you in a bind for anybody, man or woman.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I feel like too, like, I don't know. Me personally, money has never been like a big thing for me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, money's gonna come and
For the sailor,
go.
no less than the hangman,
It will,
hemp
100%.
was
It comes and goes, and it's ups and downs.
But like, I don't necessarily like expect my man to have hella fucking money to like, you know. Yeah, I just feel like he should just have like money to make sure that like he got a roof over his head, like for like essentials, like things that he needs in life.
Right.
you don't gotta be rich as fuck and have hella money.
Oh.
Like, just make sure you have enough money to make a living,
Right.
type shit.
I don't know, 100% agree with that. I don't think everybody should be like looking for somebody who's like a billionaire, millionaire, stuff like that. But somebody who can, you know, take care of business, really, just handle up on their senses, making sure that they're financially responsible. That's the best way to put it. For me, that's what it's mainly about. Because you can have somebody who makes millions of dollars and they spend $2 million, and then that's not very responsible.
Right, they're broke as fuck and struggle it all over again.
Exactly right. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking about when I talk about money. Is like, how responsible are you with it? That could be for, again, men and women who fall in that same category. It doesn't really matter. So, if the person that you're with is not very financially responsible, it's going to be tough. That's going to make things a little bit harder than it would be with somebody who's like, they have financial goals. They know, not only do they know how to make it, they know how to maintain it and know how to maneuver it when they need to. That's important.
But I believe marriage is a good thing, and I do want to be married and have like that little like like a little wedding and shit like that. Like, that shit's cute with memories. But I don't think it's necessarily like that's what you have to do to be committed.
No,
like,
really not.
I don't like when people pinpoint like, oh yeah, we need to get married, so we're like committed, and it's on paper that we're fully committed. Like, that's just you signing a paper.
No,
like,
I agree.
if you really love somebody, then you're gonna be committed to them regardless. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, marriage is, at the end of the day, it's a contract. I think the commitment to your person is more important than the contract in itself. Because again, you can get in and get out as fast. You can get into a marriage and get out just as fast. So it's really about like how you deal with that individual and what you want. And the part that I was going to get to about like why I asked the question in the first place, like, do you feel like your marriage material is like the question that most people don't ask themselves is like, they ask a lot of like, what do they want out of a marriage, but they really don't talk about what they want to put into it. So to me, the whole marriage thing, and going back to your point, it's more about building, putting into something. It's you're in the service industry pretty much. You're not worried about necessarily like what you're getting out of somebody. You're more thinking about what you're putting into this, what are you giving. That's how most marriages that I see last. Yeah.
That's why when you asked me, I was like, I'm gonna say like what I could do in a marriage, because I feel like it's not, I don't know, it's not necessarily a man's job to maintain a marriage. It's both ways. And people say 50-50, and I say 100-100.
You're right.
At the end of the day, like 50-50 is like half hard. You gotta go 100-100.
You're right. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. Everybody putting in everything they got into it. Because you're building something. You're building a family.
Yeah. And that's not even for marriage. That's for like relationships in general. Like, if you're willing to be with that person, you step to the plate and go 100-100 with them. Like, don't do half-ass shit. You feel me?
Right.
Like 50-50 is a half-ass shit for me. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean,
People be like, oh, we gotta be 50-50. No, we can be 100-100.
and now a lot of girls, they be like, oh, I'm not doing 50-50. They talking about 20%. They talk about the highest they want to go is 20%, but you know, you can't go into a situation and say I'm not going to put in a lot of effort to it. That's just a disaster.
Right,
waiting to
so
happen.
like that, it ain't gonna get nowhere at the end of the day. There's gonna be complications.
Right. So I mean, I'm always like, either you're in or you're out. I'm not getting a divorce. I'm not planning for a divorce. But you know, if you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, don't even
That's
try.
what I'm saying. That's what I always said. I always said if I was to be in a relationship with somebody and I got pregnant, I only want one baby daddy, and my baby daddy gonna be my husband at the end of the day. a female with 10, 5 different fucking baby daddies and then still trying to find love at the end of the day because I choose to open my legs to the wrong man and get pregnant. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
So like if I was to get pregnant, that man is gonna be the man for the rest of my life.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
That's how I look at it too. I mean, I had one kid, and the plan for me was like not having a situation where I wasn't married to the person I made a baby with. That didn't happen, but I told myself I'm not gonna do that again. I mean, next time I have a kid, I'm gonna be married first. Married before you carry. That's the way I look at it now. Like I made that mistake before.
But I always think about my future because you have to have at least some like second thoughts of what you want for your future. If you don't, then it's like where are you gonna ever progress?
Yeah, I can't imagine how hard it is for a woman who has like multiple kids with multiple kids, two jobs, that's just a lot.
And then like y'all don't last, so then now you're sitting there as a single parent trying to balance between all them kids and 2 different baby daddies. Three. Baby daddies, like
That's gotta be stressful.
it's a lot. It's a lot mentally, it's a lot physically, it's a lot. So like growing up, so I have like on my mom's side, she got 3 different baby daddies. So I have 3 sisters. No, she got 2 different baby daddies. And I got 3 sisters. So I'm like the odds out of my sisters on my dad's side. On my mom's side. So like and she's a single parent, she's been a single parent for like years. So like watching her struggle like with that, I would never want to struggle because like it's a lot for real.
Yeah, you learned from that. So you saw how it was growing up in that situation. That's exactly what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Same thing for like with my kids too. Like the way I was raised, I wouldn't want my kids to be raised like that. Like I don't know. When you grow up in with struggles, it like matures you for like the future.
Yeah, you grow up real fast in that situation.
When it comes to parents, fathers, mothers, kids, relationships, all that.
I grew up with both parents. They recently got divorced, maybe like 5 years ago. So I used to seeing my dad around, had my mom around, stuff like that, and I've seen them work together. And the crazy part is that like most relationships they're not really like that as much. It's different. It's not the same. Like I'm not gonna say that it's almost like it wasn't really a traditional relationship like marriage, like my mom stayed home like that. Like my mom worked, my dad worked. My dad had 2 jobs, my mom had 1 job. I don't see a lot of people gravitating toward that situation because they think it's stressful and whatever. But I've seen 2 people like come from absolutely nothing, like dirt poor, and end up doing a lot of great things with that. And that's because they both came together, sat down and said, hey, this is what we're going to do, stuck with their plan and just pushed forward with it. And these days you really can't find that much, even though I think that should be the norm. It's really not. It just feels like
I mean, the generation now is shit, honestly. With everything, when it comes to money, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriages, when it comes to people in general, like it's just people aren't shit nowadays. I don't know. Like growing up, I was always with my mom. Like my dad was never in my life. Like when I was younger, I had visitations to see him and stuff like that. But when I was with him, like he did a lot of shit in front of me that like traumatized me, gave me PTSD. So like I stopped seeing him, and then I was with my mom. So like, even seeing like that, the situations that he's put women through, that fucks with me mentally in a way, as well as not even having a father figure in my life, because a mother's love is different than a father's love too. So like,
It is very different.
I know how to love for sure, but I don't know what it's like to be loved. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, I don't know, relationships be hard for me because I'll give somebody my all and then like only get like 20% back of them and always get fucked over in the long run. Like I be cheated on, like there's times I got my ass beat, shit like that. So when it comes to relationships, it don't work out for me.
Yeah, it's that delicate balance of like putting into someone, but you also gotta look at what are they putting into you too. Like, I can probably take a wild guess. It's like you pour a lot of energy, love, and everything else into somebody, and not necessarily expecting to get that back, but you want some kind of reciprocation. You just never got it, like at least the way that you want it. So,
Right. But how I treat somebody is how I'm supposed to be treated back. So like, if I'm treating you with 100% respect, love, and all that, I expect that back. I don't expect it like the same way I'm giving it to you, but like effort of it, like some shit like that. Just some type of effort. But a lot of people don't have that nowadays, so I mean,
I need you.
I feel like now you're just better off single. Like relationships are
yeah. And my whole thing for me, like, I want a family. I want kids running around. I want to build with somebody, things like that. Because to me, I think I see a lot of value in that. So even though, like, I went through the stuff that I did, I mean, I still want that. I don't want to give up on something like that. But, like, I want to find that, build it.
I mean, yeah, I most definitely want that too. I just think like it's hard to like get to that point, especially with people nowadays.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think just everything these days, when it comes down to relationships, well, a lot of things. Now that I think about it, it's not just like relationships like that, but everything's like super transactional. Like everybody's looking to get something from somebody in some kind of capacity, like versus like, you know,
Friendship too.
yeah, friendships. That's what I'm saying. It's not just relationships; it's friendships. You know, like dealing with people in general. It's like, you know, everything is transactional, and that's a very dangerous way to live. I mean, it works short term, but long term, I mean, do you really want to be friends with somebody that's just transactional? You don't. Not long term.
Believe in me.
I think that's the biggest thing. Is like everything is super transactional.
I need you.
What can I get from somebody?
Look into my eyes.
Or what are they doing for you? That's
I'm
the
lost
main
without you.
thing. So for a lot of people.
Also, you just gotta know your worth. Like, honestly, a lot of people don't know their worth.
Yeah. I talked to a few people about that.
For a long time, I didn't know my worth.
A lot of people don't. But they don't understand how much worth they actually have and pour it so much into somebody who don't quite deserve it. And, you know, just because they don't understand that value. I had to talk to my sister about that too. Like, you know, her worth, her value, what she should be going for. So, even though we don't even get along that well, but I have to tell her, like, you worth way more than what you put out there. And that coming from me, and we don't talk all that often, me telling you that, that's just me doing something.
You know, I don't like. I'm very to myself. Like, I have like 3 friends that I grew up with, but I don't even really see them like that. My family, I don't really see them like that. My siblings, none of us get along. Don't see them, so it's like I'm mainly to myself.
I get that. Sometimes I'll be falling off the planet and nobody sees me for months. So I'm trying to stop doing that. Like, I try to stay connected. That's a goal of mine. What's your number one goal?
My number one goal is to have a family.
Have a family. That's admirable.
I like to be loved the way I love. That's another cool. And like achieve everything that I want in life, like with jobs, careers, shit like that. So like that's my goals. 3 main goals. And that should take time.
It does, and it doesn't happen overnight.
I mean, like, everything takes time. Taking the shit takes time. Showering takes time. Going to school takes time. Yeah. We're in a fucking week. So.
I mean, I got a couple goals myself, but my second thing is just like just building things out, making sure things. I think guys gotta like that's where the fail point is. Like you don't think about the financial stuff, like resources that's necessary, things like that, but that emotional EQ stuff really locking on into, and that's what gets us messed up. I guess that's why you get a lot of guys that make money and they still say they're talking about, well, I can't get this and get that, but I think a lot of cats like to keep getting money and stuff. That gets them in trouble.
I don't really be worried about the financial shit. Second date, I'm gonna take care of myself financially. So like, it's really just about like love, how to like love somebody, communication, and understanding. My 3 main things.
Good.
And that's not even for relationships or marriage. That's for friendships. That's for anything. So like, if we can't come to understanding, if we can't communicate, then how are we gonna get to where we want to be? That's just, I think.
Still trying to learn this app. Now,
What you need to know about the app?
everything. Well, I mean, I figured out the bean. I figured out beans. I figured out the diamonds. I figured out doing PKs and things like that, and why you want to do them. I think I don't know. Just trying to figure out how to gifting stuff. I don't know how to switch between beans and diamonds for gifting and stuff like that. I also don't know how to do screen sharing and things like
But
that.
you don't know how to what with gifting? You broke up.
Oh.
You broke up.
So I wasn't talking to the mic.
Huh?
I wasn't talking into the mic when I said that. Sorry about that. I was trying to figure out switching between beans and diamonds when you're gifting. I didn't know how to do that. I think I don't know how. Can you hear me?
Like a beans exchange?
Yeah.
Like how to exchange your beans into diamonds?
Oh no, I know how to do that. I think. Yeah, I can do that. I know how to do that.
Or like the difference between them.
Yeah, what is the difference between beans and diamonds? I never did get that.
Okay, so diamonds are worth more than beans.
Okay.
So like you're getting more out of diamonds than you are to beans.
Now that makes sense.
So like when people get beans, it's not the full percentages you would get in diamonds.
Oh, so it's like different currency.
Yeah. So too, do you have a pay chart to know how much diamonds or beans you need to get to the money?
Yes, I see that.
So like every month that you're on here, you kind of want to have like a set quota of like what you want. A quota is like basically a set number of what like beans you need to get that money. You feel me? So 200K is not a quota as opposed to 230K, but I know how much 200K is. So my quota for this month was 200K because my first month I made 200K on the app, and I got $1,400. So like, if I constantly make 200K, that adds up. Last month I made 50K, so I got $500. So like, you just basically go off the page count, whatever you want, like how much money you want, you go off that bean count to have like a set quota of like what you want to reach.
Okay, that makes sense.
I would say like interacting with people though, like have good interactions. Internet with people, get to know people, like get around the app, and not necessarily doesn't have to be on your live. Like go to other people's channels, do random PKs, like internet around the app to get to know people, to meet like people that are more up there and elevated on the app, so that way they can help you out in a way.
Right.
Also too, like a lot of people say you gotta gift money to receive money, and I think that's kind of true a little bit, but don't go around just gifting anybody. Like you can feel somebody's vibe, you can feel when they're genuine and shit like that, like how they speak, how they carry themselves. So if you go on a live and you're fucking with somebody's energy, somebody's vibe, send them a few beans, and if they come back, they do. If they don't, they don't. But like, don't crazily like gift people if like you don't know them, because you're not guaranteed for them to come back and get on you.
Right. Nah, that makes sense.
So like, I was a big supporter before anything on this app. So like, being a supporter into becoming a host, it's like very different. Like you're just giving people money. Also too, I realized when you recharge on the app, what you're gifting them, the money that you spend of what you're gifting them, they're not getting that money that you put on the app. So as a host, the money that you're getting, like the shit that people gift you, I usually do a beans exchange, because it's like you're better off giving people the money that they putting on you instead of like fucking recharging and wasting more money when you could just do a beans exchange and diamonds, and then just go around and gift the people that gifted you. Because if you gift people that gift you, there's a percentage chance that they don't come back. So I'll mainly focus on the people that gift you and gift them, so that way it'll give them a reason to want to come back. They'll be like, okay, well I gift him, he gives me, now I'm come back, give him, shit like that. Find people like that.
Okay. So pretty much like, you don't just give people just to give people. You actually like, trying to, work with people and know. That makes sense.
Yeah, like, it's a money making app, so people like tend to want to come together to help each other out. And not everybody's like that, is what I'm trying to say too. So like, you just gotta find genuine people that'll be willing to help you.
I can imagine that being very difficult on this app to find genuine people. But,
Yeah, it's hard to find genuine people.
I don't want to test this out. All right, you too. That's a good chat. I enjoyed that. Wasn't quite the topic that I was focusing on, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta switch it up a little bit. Have fun. I might do a little bit more stuff. I do like interacting with people. I'm not sure if YouTube heard that or just, you know, they're probably like, what the hell? Who's he talking to? Yeah, they could hear, but they can't see anything, so they can't see on my screen because I'm using my phone and my computer at the same time. I'm still trying to work it out so that my OBS connects to Bigo. I still haven't figured out how to do that yet. And if you guys know how to do that, let me know. If you guys have any information, because I can't find anywhere. I see it inside the Bigo app that you can connect to OBS, but I haven't found anybody that's been able to do it successfully yet. Not on YouTube, not in any forums, nothing. It's crazy. Man, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock my time. I like being on late. It's actually kind of cool to me. I'm a night owl by nature. That's why I can't do PKs, man. I didn't want to stare at that dude's crotch the entire time. He's like, all right, I'm done. I don't like bank shit. I hate bank shit. I don't know why people suggest that I do it like all the time. Hey, what's going on, Adrian Marie? How are you? Oh, I think that's the person that matched me on. Yeah, that's what that was. Nah. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. All right. What's going on YouTube? Now, okay, how many people in here? Let's see if these people are actually real in here. Put a 1 in the chat if you're not a bot. Go ahead. Alright, so I got. Alright, that's cool. Guess I'm talking to the let's see. be on here too late. I think Karthik was right. He told me that I'm on here way too late. Everybody went to bed, and everybody else is that's on here going to want to fight and argue all night. And I am not about that life. That sounds like a colossal waste of time. Like, why am I arguing with somebody I don't know? Screen capture. Actually trying to get on tonight. Let me see if I can. Wow. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's see how this looks. It looks a little weird to me. Does it have to do that? Okay, I like that. So you can do that. So that's what I was talking about earlier when I was trying to talk about this stuff. But I actually pulled up the police report for the Carmelo Anthony thing. So just a couple things about it that I looked at. So I mean, the kid really thought that he was in danger. That's the thing that got me. So that's no different than what I heard George Zimmerman say. The guy who killed George Floyd saying, I hear that same rhetoric all the time. Is that, oh, I feared for my life. Oh, I was scared. Or, I didn't know what it was going to do. But, it's a real thing, and I don't think a lot of people realize this. Chef Tasting. How are you? Neil, how are you? What's good? What's good? I don't know what hang up behavior is. What does that mean? I don't really tell you. Right. So the main takeaway from this report that I took a look at today, it was crazy because it's all from the perspective of the officers. Of course, they're just doing their report, right? So I'm not going to sit here and read this to you guys. You guys can go out and read it for yourselves. It is on Fox News, Texas. If you just type in Carmelo Anthony arrest report, it'll come right up. And I really invite people to just actually, instead of like listen to these YouTube guys or the news or whatnot, that you actually go out and just read it for yourselves. And then that way you can make your own decisions about it, like right or wrong. You can kind of see it like it's a blend of a lot of things that went wrong. A lot of it. Like for one, everyone says, like all the witnesses included, said that the kid who ended up, getting to the upper room touched him. Okay, he came up on him for no reason, all behind a tent. Like, it's raining outside. This kid's sitting underneath the tent. Like, it wasn't his team's tent or anything like that. But he's just trying to get out of the rain a little bit. And there were some other people that were under there too. So I think it's a little crazy. What's going on? Prenon Gnome. All right, cool. I like that name. That's cool. What does that mean? But the thing is with that is that you don't put your hands on somebody just because they're not doing what you tell them to do. And what I've seen a lot of these bloggers do on the internet they try to like soften what the guy did. But let's face facts. And I know what I'm going to end up doing is like bringing up my stuff, my childhood stuff, dealing with this kind of incident, because I'm from the Collin County area in Dallas. It's a suburb of Dallas up north. And I know what that kid went through. The Carmelo Anthony. I've been where he's been. Like, I didn't end up stabbing anybody or anything like that, but I understand what his standpoint was. And I'll tell you like this. It's like, nobody, like, that kid that approached Carmelo, he felt emboldened to do so because it was him, his brother, and a few of his friends as a group that was there. Okay? If Carmelo was by himself and he was by himself, he wouldn't have said anything to him. He wouldn't have done anything. He wouldn't have approached him anything like that. Like, and him with his group of friends just felt like, oh, well, we're a group, we can kind of like throw our weight around and stuff like that. We can charge him up. These guys got my back and things like that. He didn't think that something like that could happen to him because he had his friends around. That's what happened. That's part of what happened. Like, but at the end of the day, you don't just go up to people, especially people that you don't know, and try to rush them, touch them, whatever it was. And what I heard too is like numerous accounts. A lot of witnesses said one thing, but other witnesses said another thing. So one report said that, it was just a kid by himself, like it was a one-on-one thing. They don't tell you that his brother was also charging Carmelo up too. That I believe that. Because like they always down for the 2-on-1, 3. They're not gonna try to take you 1-on-1 for sure. Not unless they're just way bigger than you or like got you beat by size or something like that. You can't look physically intimidating to them whatsoever. Either they gonna gang up or they gonna have like you just so much smaller than they are. They just they gonna try to do whatever. Okay, again, been there, done that, seen it. Happens all the time. So next phase. Now this all took place in 30 seconds, so a 30-second decision caused all this. So he went from, hey, get away from this tent to flat out, all like gone, just in that short amount of time. And nobody decides to, hey man, just back off or just like tell a couple. Like nobody talks about that part. If he felt so emboldened, like, hey, get him off the tent, like, why not just go get your coach? That's what, like, if you don't know that kid, you don't know his kid, never seen him before, anything like that, what makes you think that it was a good idea to go put your hands on him? Hey, what's going on, Russ? Russ Arnold Main, how are you? Like, I'm not saying that he got what he deserved. I'm not saying that, but it wasn't a very smart decision for that. Because I know for me, if somebody says to me before I get into an altercation, or like put your hands on me and find out what happens, my spidey senses are already going up. They said that for a reason. I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna exercise a little bit more caution with that. That was a warning. That was a threat. And then to put your hands on somebody first, that's a problem. So, again, I'm not saying what happened was deserved, but at the same time, we got to use a little bit more discernment before we get into altercation for some reason. Like, one, he could have easily just like walked up, hey, just let the coach handle this. Let one of the administrative staff handle it. Go get the officer that was the what do they call him? The school resource officer. Let's go get him. Nobody, like all those people around, and nobody thought to go do that first. Hey, don't get involved with him like that. If he seemed so unhinged, like he was just looking for a fight, like a lot of these bloggers are trying to say. Why wouldn't, with all these people standing around this kid and all this stuff, why wouldn't they go get that resource officer? Why wouldn't they go get a coach? Why wouldn't they go get a teacher? Why wouldn't they get, because I've been in track meets. I used to be a coach, and I know in track meets, like there's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's people moving to and fro, things like that. There's always somebody around that you can talk to if there's an issue. There's coaches from all over the district in one spot. So if it was a Frisco ISD track meet, that's how they go. Sometimes they go by order. If it's a citywide track meet, whatever it may be, UIL one, whatever the case may be, there's coaches, staff everywhere. Like I said, again, has nothing to do with like, oh, that kid deserved to do what he did today. Like, what happened to him, he deserved that. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But what I am saying is that, like, there were some terrible decisions made today. Like, especially, and again, to me, and I've been in spots like that where, you know, they just felt emboldened because they had numbers. He felt like he could show them up and everything like that. Like, oh, I'm a big bad guy, stuff like that. Not saying that he was a bully or anything. I don't know. The kid never bet him anything like that. So I'm not saying that. But he was definitely feeling himself. He felt like he could totally take that kid, Carmelo. That's the only time when you start a fight, you put hands on somebody if you think you know you can. That's it. That's what that was about. And here's my other issues. Like, the thing is, like, you know, kids don't want to fight no more. They rather pick. They rather get weapons and things like that and just put things away quickly. They don't want to box. They don't want to wrestle around. So, again, not smart. So another thing that a lot of people called out was like, oh, he admitted that he did it. It's like, yeah, like a few people saw what happened. I don't know the amount of people like that, but it had to have been like somewhere in the tens of people because it was right there, right on the bleachers. So he talking about alleged suspect. Says, I'm not alleged, I did it. And then, they was like, oh, well, he's admitting guilt. It's like, no, he didn't admit guilt. He straight up, because earlier he flat out said the school resource officer approached him and was like, hey, proceeding north to the gym, Memorial tent. Where was it at? I'm trying to find it real quick. Excuse me. Alright, so he walked up on a guy, said, pointing out the suspect, individual points out to me that he was a black male wearing a gray hoodie, dark colored Nike pants, chain link fence. Yep, that's the first thing he said. So during that time, the suspect verbally out loud said, I was protecting myself. Okay. Right, so he didn't run off. I mean, he got away from the area, but they didn't have to do like any crazy manhunt or nothing like that, or they didn't all corner that kid and all like that. He dropped, because also if you read down here, he dropped the knife somewhere. So if they really felt that way, like he was trying to take out everybody, things like that, like that's the other part too. People stopped when that happened. They didn't like just jump him or anything like that, like as a whole group or anything. Like, then I get why they wouldn't do that, but at the same time, he didn't go attacking other people either. So once the aggression finished, like after that incident happened, everybody backed off of everybody. So he went over there where he went, dropped the weapon and whatever like that, ended up where he was, and he didn't resist or anything like that. I mean, he was emotional, clearly. I mean, the kid just, poked somebody. I mean, I get it. Okay, he got cuffed. Said alleged suspect. Yelled out that he did it. Let's see what else. Right. So it's no doubt whether he did or not. It's like the reasoning why. And to me, just looking at it and understand what I understand about that situation, like, should he have brought a knife to school? Probably not. I would say definitely not. That was like his first mistake, because if he just put hands on him, put his paws on him and stuff like that, it would have just been a straight up wrestling match. Nobody would have said anything about this. This wouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't think that's, but I definitely don't think it's right that, you can have a bunch of people coming after him. It wasn't just one person. Like, there was a group of people. Maybe two or three stepped up. It wasn't just him that got hit. His brother was on Carnello too. Took one out. The other one backed off. That's what happened. They don't want to tell you that. Because, let's see. According to the report, grabbed the roll, crime scene tapes. So he got there after the fact. Well, they all got there after the fact. Yeah, so this whole thing, let's see. Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under the team's tent. Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached for inside and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony, and then Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. So, a short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, so he put more hands on him, and Anthony pulled out what something recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest, and then ran away. Okay, so again, if this was malicious, there would have been more than one. If he was like just saying like he was just coming after people that day, it wouldn't be no one and run off. That's what people do whenever they get attacked. They make a quick move and they get out of there. Oh, they shut me down. cut me out of Bigo. That's crazy. Okay, well, I guess we're not talking about that no more. Bam, that's okay. Well, Bigo said nope. They gotta explain to me what part was bad. Because I can pull up. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Because I can pull this up. Hold on for a second. Because I know daggone well. Again, this junk is crazy. I don't have to be on Bigo no more tonight. That's fine. And this is probably the last time I talk about this. So once I'm done with this, I'm done. I'm not window capture. Like, I just want to show you guys some example on YouTube of the stuff I've been looking at. This junk is crazy. This is why I'm talking about this, guys. I think it's important. So look at the headlines here. You got Carnelo freed on reduced bail. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let's start off with this guy. All right, I'm gonna say it flat out. Fair use. Because this stuff this is what got me. Like, just listen to what they're saying about this kid. Nobody knows anything about the case, really. They just seen this stuff.
Well, here's a development I wish I could say that I didn't see coming, but by the time you're seeing this video, Carmelo Anthony will be out of prison, and his family will have raised close to $500,000, and Austin Metcalf will still not be with us. His brother will still be haunted by what he saw that day, and a new report that there's actually existing video of the confrontation before the incident took place, which could change everything.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, if there was any video that was showing anything that was against Carnelo, we would have been seeing that yesterday. We would have seen that the day of. That video would have went viral that day. But would it show? I don't know. I haven't seen the video yet. From what they be trying to say, that one doesn't exist. But I could tell you this much: if it was like straight up against Carnelo, that video would have already been out. We'd have already been seeing it, and everybody would have been talking about it. That's it. But now that it's, I guess, what is this? It happened on the 2nd. Today's the 16th. It's like 15 days later. There ain't no video surfaced yet. So if anybody had anything, it would have against Carnelo, it would have already been out by now. I'm telling you now. Go ahead now.
Somewhere Tim Pool is rubbing his hands together, hoping that it might prove him correct. Just kidding, Tim. Nothing but love. But let's get into this story because it's absolutely crazy. I'm so surprised and kind of shocked that this stuff's been so predictable. By the way, shout out everyone who is.
Okay.
This is something I 100% expected to see. We're at a high school. We're at everyone has got their phones out. I suspect this is going to show that Austin Metcalf was a little more aggressive than maybe people thought. Obviously, that's not going to justify what Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, so he even called that out too. Like, he just said it's going to be like everybody's going to show that, this Austin Metcalf kid was way more aggressive than they let on. True. Okay. Again, I agree. Maybe, I don't think the decision should have been made for him to do what he did, but at the same time, it does lean more toward that it might have been justified for self-defense.
Anthony did. And it is still my opinion that Carmelo Anthony, with purpose, escalated that situation so that he could use the weapon he brought.
So he was setting out to go stab somebody that day. That's what he's trying to fix his mouth to say everybody. Like, oh well, he was set out to stab somebody that day. Like, he was like premeditating like, even though he's never met Austin Metcalf, he's never met anybody on that team. That's already been established. So he was just randomly going. Like, who does that outside of a psychopath? How they try to paint black folks like they're just like murderous people, like people with murderous intent at all times. Like, we just want to go out and hurt people for no reason, especially like white people. It doesn't happen that way. Like, again,
and take Austin Metcalf's life. That's my opinion based on 5 different
based off of absolutely nothing. Continue.
Witness, renditions of everything that was said. As of right now, I remain convinced.
Oh my God!
It's until I see any evidence otherwise that Austin went under that tent to get out of the rain, perhaps. But then, when told to leave, he made the decision to escalate at multiple instances due to, just based on witness testimony, until such a point in which he could take Austin Metcalf's life. That is not even up for debate for me. Authorities have collected video evidence of the confrontation between 2 Texas teens that resulted in the incident during the high school track meet in Texas on April 2nd. Carmelo has been charged with first degree in the passing of Austin Metcalf. Police said that he allegedly confessed to it and then immediately made the claim of self-defense.
No, what the kid said is like, hey, the first thing he said was like, again, let's go back to the report, what they were talking about here. Okay. So let me see. Go back to this guy. I know. It's like, oh my God, this guy. It's like he doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, right. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. I don't see the one that I'm looking for. Yeah, but in the police report, the first thing he said, he pretty much said to everybody that, hey, he touched me. I was trying to protect myself. That's pretty much what he just said. I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have it in front of me right now. But like him saying that I did it wasn't an admission of guilt of murder. He's saying I did. He was telling everybody he was defending himself. Again,
it's like we know that he said, "Touch me, see what happens."
No, okay.
Punch me, see what happens. He was trying to escalate.
That's not what that is. It's a warning. And I know like a lot of you guys like to play too much. Don't like to listen to what people are telling you, but that's a warning. Don't touch me. Back up off me. Get away from me. That's not egging somebody on. I don't understand that I don't see how we jump from what part of that says, touch me, see what happens. I know you guys I was like, I don't understand jive. Okay, let's go with that. Maybe you don't understand what he's saying. He's saying essentially it's F around and find out. That's pretty much that's a warning. So
the
go
scenario.
ahead.
In my opinion, he must have had some sort of fantasy of being able to take someone's life.
In my opinion, he must have had some, like, yeah, okay. So, again, already trying to paint him as a criminal, already trying to paint him into a corner, already trying to, like, say, oh, well, this guy wanted to kill somebody, even though this is just a high school kid who plays football, got a couple of jobs, just a kid, man. Like for some reason, we're all just like psychopaths that just want to go around hurting people. That's the perception that this guy's trying to lead us to believe in. This is like one of the ones that just like got under my skin, because just the way that he's trying to like show himself as fair, unbiased. It's like, this is what I think, but it's really not. It's everything's like pretty loaded here.
As we find more evidence of him getting in other physical altercations, I'm sure you're shocked to find out, which we're going to talk about later in this video. Dominique Alexander of Next Generation Action Network, a civil rights organization, informed the public at a press conference on April 8th that investigators have collected video of the confrontation and urged the community to stop spreading misinformation about the case. He was, at the time until today, in which he is out among the free, which we're going to talk into later. He had been held in custody under $1 million bail. One witness said that Metcalf touched Anthony, while the other said he grabbed Anthony during the confrontation. According to the report, the incident has since garnered national attention, not only due to the tragic loss of a young athlete, but also because, obviously, the race difference. Now, again, let's say the worst is true. The worst anyone has said, okay? The worst anyone has said about this confrontation is that Anthony Metcalf grabbed.
Okay, all I gotta say is this: is some random black guy walked up and grabbed you. Would he just, oh, you just grabbed me? And no, if you had something on you, like a blade or something like that, and some random black guy grabbed you, trying to like manhandle you or something like that, how are you reacting? Because this is what they want to like minimize what took place on that guy's side so hard, but they're not looking at it as like, okay, well, because I know for a fact, if it was like a bunch of black kids, and I don't know the color of these kids that were there or anything like that. I'm not saying it could have been, I don't know, but I know that he felt pretty bold to come up and step up to him like that. And, you know, but we're not talking about, at worst he just grabbed him. So that's okay. Like somebody that you don't know, they just walk up on to you and grab you or stuff like that. Oh, you need to move, and just walk up and grab you. Like, let's just say if it's a white kid underneath the tent and there's a bunch of black kids standing there, and one black kid stepped up and just like, you gonna have to get out of our tent. That junk would have been like, they would have like, oh, and he defended and he did something to a point where the kid that touched him died. They'd be hollering self-defense, this, stand your ground, that, and everything like that. But we don't get that. It's like they're supposed to be able to do whatever they want to us with no repercussion whatsoever. And I'm not saying this because, race bait and stuff like that, but it's never, the way that they report stuff is never equal. It's never the same way that they would do if it's on the other side. Because we all know if it was flipped, because when George Zimmerman did what he did, oh, well, he was high, he was this, he was that. The kid had some Skittles and a drink or something like that. George Zimmerman was stalking that kid and then killed him. And then we're like, oh, okay, we're talking about stand your ground there, stand your ground that. But like in this case, that doesn't, for some reason, we got all these reasons why it shouldn't apply. Again, somebody has to help you understand that part. Now, I'm not gonna go over this stuff. I didn't want to watch the whole video, but I just point out a couple examples. I can go through so many other videos. Like, he's not the only one, and I don't even know the guy. It's the first time I've seen this stuff, but I just typed in, just trying to get information about the Carnella Anthony case in general, and this popped up along with some other ones, and just looking at the comments and everything like that, just And you know who's saying this stuff. Donate $500,000 to bond out somebody on a murder charge, but won't donate money to build their communities instead. You know who said that? Somehow he's the victim. Okay, yeah, okay. You want racism? This is how you get it. We're effed up. We're fed up with this horse stuff. Okay, right. So you just go through the comments and you just kind of feel the pulse of what a lot of are feeling about this stuff, and it just felt like, oh, automatically, something should happen to this kid, this black kid that did this. No one even considering what happened, like what started the altercation, anything like that. Like, does he have a right to defend himself? There's multiple people that's in front of him. He don't know who's all trying to come after him. He doesn't know who's trying to sneak him or anything like that. He doesn't know any of that stuff. Like, he very well may have felt feared for his life, and nobody's talking about that. George Zimmerman feared for his life when he killed Trayvon Martin. Okay? But nobody want to talk about that. That's not how we didn't say anything. Like, it was what happened when the cops rolled up on that little kid who was playing with a toy gun. They just rolled up and shot him because they feared for their lives. We don't even want to talk about that. So somehow we get self-defense claims for those stuff, but this one is somehow different. You guys have to start explaining to me how. How is that different? Oh, because he was at a school and he brought a knife. That's one thing that I heard. I said, okay, well, great. Great. Charge him for bringing a knife to school or on school grounds to a school function. That's fine. You can do that. But that still doesn't erase the thought that the possibility that this is still could be very well self-defense. That's all I'm trying to say about it. So, okay, fine. Maybe he shouldn't have brought that to school. But at the same time, that doesn't erase what happened to get to that point. So they really have to explain that to me, because I'm completely lost on that. So yeah, so his other videos just similar to that. Yeah, so I mean, I could go through some more of these, but I'm not. It's getting late. I just want to say my piece on that. I got kicked off of Bigo tonight again. I guess they really don't want you talking about this. Somebody has to explain to me why. Like, somebody from Bigo got to talk to me about what I can and cannot say when reporting on stuff like this. Or am I just supposed to be shaking my butt and something like that? And that's okay. I don't know. Whatever. So, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for tonight. That's man, that is crazy. But yeah. All right, I'm over and out. Okay.